How are you all this morning? Beautiful morning to be in Dungarvan. My name is Ciarán. The local enterprise office, as you know, there's two of them. There's two offices, both joined together. You can go to either. One is in the civic offices here in Dungarvan. You can talk to Annika Tyrrell, or you can come into 32 the Ardmore and talk to myself. It's up to you which office you want to deal with and when. So I'm going to talk to you just a bit about what an LEO is first. And an LEO, the local enterprise office, you can see here I have a picture of a fruit that's a mixture of an orange and a peach and a pear and a load of different things, which is what an enterprise office is. It isn't strictly an enterprise board that's transferred over to something else. It's an amalgam of a piece of the county and city enterprise boards, or the whole county and city enterprise boards, the city and county councils, and Enterprise Ireland. And it's about a better linkage between those three organisations: the local development of the council, the small business experience of the enterprise boards, and the export and development experience that Enterprise Ireland bring to the table. It isn't. It's nearly 12 months old now in a couple of weeks' time. It isn't there yet. It probably will be in the next 6 months as we're tying everything together. But that's where we're going. It's a best of three very good organisations which are there to support you and your business and your growth and development. So, how are we doing that? Our role is to assist micro-enterprises in Waterford to start and grow. Micro-enterprises are any business with less than 10 employees, okay? To start and grow. Most people think that enterprise offices and enterprise boards previously only dealt with startups. In actual fact, from our enterprise board days, we've got clients for up to the last 18 years still on our books who still come back, get advice, get assistance, and get some different small grants over the period of time. So it's not a one-off shot. We are also, as Brian said, a development agency as opposed to just a funding agency. Our vision: more startups, which is happening in Ireland, more business and more jobs locally. When we talk about more business too, and I know it's something that Jenny is a big advocate of, is business locally doing business with other businesses. And a phrase I like to use in that case is, if you're getting quotes, if you're looking to buy something, get a local quote. It still has to be a good price for you, but get a local quote. Try and do business locally. Our tools, Measure 1 and Measure 2, are our two main areas of assistance. Measure 1 is capability, which is for manufacturing or potentially internationally traded services. In other words, those services that will probably grow to be Enterprise Ireland clients. Manufacturing, by the way, is not just engineering. It also includes craft, it also includes food, it also includes software development, anything that's being manufactured or made. And the decision process is normally 4 weeks. It goes through an evaluation and an approvals committee. Those are the Measure 1 grants. I'll go into them in a second. We also have Measure 2 grants, which are capability development grants, and they're open to all micro-enterprises to apply for. The decision process is in-house, normally takes about a week, although there's one that takes a little bit longer. So let me go into the details of those. Measure 1 grants, we have innovation or feasibility study grants. They are primarily used as innovation grants at this point, and they're used to develop new technology, research or prototype new products. That lady was asking about new product development. That's a grant that's available for that. Determine the viability of a business idea. We look at third-party costs. So we look at what it will cost for a prototype to be developed. We cover 50% of the costs of eligible expenditure to a maximum grant of €15,000. Eligible expenditure means the ex-VAT amount. We also have the priming or business expansion grants. The only difference there is, in a business expansion grant case, if you're over 18 months in business, you can't apply for a salary portion for yourself. You can only apply for it for people that you're employing. Primary or business expansion grants are used to enable the purchase of equipment, rent, salary costs, etc., to increase the capacity of the business. Again, it covers 50% of the total cost of eligible expenditure with relation to the equipment rent, buildings, etc., up to a maximum grant of €80,000 to €150,000. Now there can be €8,000. €80,000 is 10 jobs valued at €8,000. €150,000 is the maximum, which is 10 jobs at the maximum €15,000, which are high-end or high-value jobs, which are going to transfer over to Enterprise Ireland. An element of that grant is repayable to the Enterprise Office. We also have Measure 2 assistance, which is the vast majority of the work we do and probably the least piece that people realise that we do. Because the eligibility is that you are a micro-enterprise. So you're eligible, once you're a micro-enterprise, to apply for these different grants. We have a mentoring program, and I always like to make the note that we have general, specific and expert advisors. So we've got someone who can sit down and advise a very early stage business. We've got someone that can deal with a specific marketing problem, or we've got somebody who can deal with a specific, we'll say, marketing problem or export problem in a specific industry, like, for example, I see Nicola down here from Muldoon, where we've been talking about somebody who can deal with export in the liqueurs and whiskies distilled market. So that's available. Marketing assistance, 50% of €800 or €2,000 for printing logos, leaflets, attending trade shows, etc. You will need 3 quotes. What's the basis of decisions? 800 is a one-off, 2,000 is where we're looking at a campaign. We're looking for where you're being innovative in your business and where you're investing that your business will grow and develop to be a business that we can support later with Measure 1 grants. Export marketing assistance, again, 50% to a maximum of €3,000, covering travel costs, subsistence, trade show attendance costs and marketing costs. I'm a big fan, and certainly it's been our tradition for the last couple of years, that we like to see people attend a trade show in year 1 and then go to exhibit at a trade show in year 2. By the way, the marketing assistance grant can be used to attend and to exhibit at trade shows in Ireland, but the export marketing assistance grant is primarily where you want to attend or to exhibit at a foreign trade show. The technical assistance grant is a very broad grant. It's one we use on an issue-by-issue basis. It's 50% of funding. We use it normally around the space of standards or packaging. For example, a client of ours, I can say it actually, Irish Handmade Glass, go to the States every year to sell on QVC. Before they go to QVC, they've got to get their packaging to a certain standard that QVC find acceptable. It has to be tested, and we assist with the funding towards doing that. 2 other non-traditional Measure 2 assistances we have are the Microfinance Ireland Loan Fund. You often hear about it talked about on the radio. We are essentially the branch for that. And it's loans to a maximum of €25,000 at 7.9%. 7.9% is obviously heavier than a bank will charge you, most businesses, but it's there as a lender of last resort. It's there if you have difficulty getting bank funding. So that's why it's a slight premium in terms of the interest rate. Where we've used it an awful lot, so we're not offending our friends in Ulster Bank here today, where we've used it primarily is to match funds with bank loans, with bank funding. For example, we have a client in January that needed 65,000, actually needed €70,000 to start their business. They went to a bank. The bank said, yeah, we like your business plan, but we're only willing to take a risk of 40. They came to us. We went to Microfinance Ireland. Microfinance Ireland said, yeah, we'll do the 25. So now they have 65 of the 70 that they needed to start their business. And the bank was very clear that if the business achieves what it's supposed to achieve, they will take over, they'll loan them the 25,000, take it in at 3.2% in a year's time. It'll cost them, we worked it out over a year, about €600 more than if they had gotten the entire loan from the bank in the first place. So really, it's very useful in terms of small loans, and it's very useful in terms of very early start businesses where banks maybe are not as inclined to take the risk. The other one we have is through the Department of Communications, which are the trading online vouchers, which are assistance of up to €2,500 or 50% of costs to develop and improve your online presence. So it's not only to develop a website, it's also to develop an ad strategy online. It's also to develop photography for online. It's got quite a broad section of uses, and again, 3 quarts are needed. The eligibility criteria here is it's open to all micro enterprises, but they must be trading a year, and that's something we've tried to get changed enough times, but the Department of Communications are holding tough.